The gentleman from Puerto Rico is recognized.
Yes, I yield 2 minutes to the gentleman from California.
The gentleman from California is recognized for 2 minutes.
I thank the gentleman for yielding. Speaker, I rise in support of H.R. 2499, the Puerto Rico Democracy Act, introduced by our colleague, Mr. Paraluci. Many of us in the Natural Resources Committee, including myself, Mr. Ray Hall, and Mr. Young, have been grappling with this issue of political status for Puerto Rico for decades, and we each have scars to prove it. We have held numerous hearings over the years in Washington and Puerto Rico. We've listened to the representatives of not only the political parties but the citizens of Puerto Rico. We've heard testimony from across the spectrum, including the representatives of each of the political parties in Puerto Rico. In light of all of that experience, I am convinced that Congress must provide the people of Puerto Rico the opportunity to voice their preferences. That's what today's legislation would do, a fair opportunity for self-determination process. Puerto Rico has been a territory for 112 years, and it's been an important part of this country in peacetime and in war. 4 million residents of Puerto Rico are American citizens, and they're bound by federal law. And yet Congress has never asked Puerto Ricans to officially express their views on the island's political status. This legislation does not bind future Congresses. H.R. 2499 doesn't require the federal government to create a Puerto Rican state, work towards Puerto Rican independence. This bill simply asks the citizens of Puerto Rico whether they want to remain a U.S. territory in the current status or whether they would prefer another political status. And if it turns out they favor another political status, another vote would then be authorized to determine which status option they prefer. Considering the context and the history wrapped up in this issue, this legislation is as fair as you can possibly expect. And I would hope that this House would respond by passing this legislation and sending the message to the people of Puerto Rico that Congress would welcome their telling us what they prefer their status to be. And that's the choice that they will make in a free and open process, and they can proceed to the second question or not. But we will then have them, and we will have asked them, instead of what we've seen in the past is people scrambling depending upon political advantage in Puerto Rico at one particular time, trying to rush to get a vote or get a statement or get a plebiscite. This is a process that's set out, it's fair, and we should support it.